Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be one of the English teachers for this hour. The topic we are going to go over is on jobs, the difference between blue collar jobs and white collar jobs, and we'll talk about your job. And then at the end, after we go through all this vocabulary, at the end we will have a discussion. So that is the plan for today. Hello, Daniela. I love your picture. What is this?
Is a picture. I don't remember the author. Maybe. Oh,
You don't remember the artist?
yes.
Okay. Is it a famous artist or
Yes,
a
yes.
local?
I'm thinking
Okay.
about Klimt, but it's not Klimt. It's something that start with a K. But I will search. Wait a minute.
Hmm. We should have a class on everybody brings pictures of their favorite artist and then talk about them.
I shall
So,
participate.
yeah. So where are you from,
I'm
Daniela?
from Italy.
Italy. Okay. Awesome. Welcome. And so what it's it's 4 here. It's quite late there, isn't it? It's about midnight.
Yes, it's midnight. Perfectly.
Yeah. So are you a night owl or do you have more energy at night or why are you awake?
Well, I don't sleep early, and I have also spare time to learn languages.
Uh-huh. Awesome. Awesome. I'm the same way. To me, I get my energy at 9 p.m. and I don't get tired again I can stay up all night, you know?
I
So,
think there is also more concentration in the night. It's all quiet. You can
yeah.
concentrate.
Yeah, I think that's probably one reason for me is it is quiet and there's no activity and where I can sleep through noise. So what do you do, Daniela?
Oh, well, I work as a business consultant. If
Uh-huh.
I pass an exam, maybe one day I will be a chartered accountant.
Ah,
And
awesome.
also I teach Italian on Verbling.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yes.
Do you get a lot of Italian students?
I'm one of the Italian teacher here,
Uh-huh.
and I teach it to English and Swedish people in this
Uh-huh.
moment.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. I have a friend of mine that wants to learn Italian. I should tell her about you and about Verbling.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. How long have you been teaching at Verbling?
It's about 2 months, I think.
Uh-huh.
I asked them to help how to teach 1 years ago, and
Okay.
they had me now.
Okay. So it took a while to get through.
Yes, but I because I'm not a language teacher, I think I also needed to improve my English, my pronunciation. It's not my
Uh-huh.
best, I think, but I
Yeah.
hope we understand.
Uh-huh. I understand. Yeah. Hi, David. Hi, Jose. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Very good. Now, I'm still not getting your country straight. David, are you out of Spain?
Uh, I am from Spain and I am in Spain.
You are from, okay, so I got it right this time. Okay. And Jose, where are you from? Jose, are you there? Maybe his microphone doesn't work. That does happen sometimes. So, yeah. Well, Daniela, I started here at Verbling. It feels like just a couple weeks ago, but it's been 5 or 6 weeks now. So Yeah. What Chad, one of the English teachers who's living in Honduras, he was the one that told me about Verbling last spring, and I looked into it then, and then in July, no, in August is when I applied. So,
Oh.
but anyway. So let's go ahead and get started. The topic today, yeah, I heard that. Okay, you can only listen, Jose. Okay, that's fine. If I ask a question, you can write it down. Okay, Jose. So that's not a problem. So Jose, where are you from? What country? If you could write that down, and he can practice his writing during class today. It's Colombia. Awesome. That's one country I've been to. I've also been to Italy, but I have not been to Spain yet. So that's the next country for me to go to. So, and wait a minute, David. I just realized it's midnight in Spain. Why are you awake?
Yes, it's midnight, and it's my time now. My wife and the kids are in bed,
Right.
and it's my time.
Yeah, because I asked you that a few days ago, didn't I?
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
and I'll probably ask you that again. So.
And I will answer the same.
Yeah, and then finally I'll get it, and I'll finally remember. Oh, that's right, that's right. So, and Jose is in Colombia, and it's only 5 p.m. there, so it's normal hours. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. Daniela, you just told me what you do. You're working on getting you're becoming a CPA, an accountant, and you also teach here on Verbling, and you're a business consultant. David, what do you do?
I'm working in McDonald's here
Awesome.
in Spain. Yes, I am a supervisor of several restaurants.
Okay. Supervisor of several restaurants.
Six restaurants.
Okay, so that would not be supervisor in English. Supervisor would be like you'd have a shift supervisor. I think you would be like a regional director or manager, probably regional manager.
Yes, it's because
So,
in McDonald's we have real weird names for our jobs,
uh-huh,
and my job really is I am the boss
uh-huh.
of a team of store managers of each restaurant.
Okay, so yeah, so maybe
Yes.
director of the store managers. So regional, maybe regional director, um, in English. My niece worked at McDonald's for several years, and she had a very good experience there. She moved up to she started when she was 17, moved up to shift supervisor, and she was there till she was about 21 or 22. So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, very, very good. Awesome. And Jose, can you write what you do? So, a piping designer. Okay, awesome. Okay, so today we're going to look at jobs and jobs. And oh, by the way, if you don't know already, I'm an English teacher. Um, but when I have not been teaching English, I've worked in training, sales, and customer service. That's my area outside of the English teaching realm. So anyway, jobs. So let's go ahead. What we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and go through vocabulary words related to jobs. And then I have a list of a bunch of questions that you guys can ask and answer each other about jobs and about your attitude towards your job and so forth. So first of all, let's study the following definitions and then classify the jobs below as white-collar jobs or blue-collar jobs. Okay. So, David, could you read the first, this first two lines here?
Sure. A blue-collar worker, somebody who does physical and skilled work, for example, in a factory or on a building site.
Perfect. Okay. And Danielle, could you do a white-collar job?
Wait a minute. Maybe a secretary?
No, no, no. Could you read? Could you read the
Ah, the
definition?
second. A
Yeah.
white-collar worker, somebody who does mental work, for example, an office, rather than a physical work.
Okay. Do you guys know of another name for a white-collar job worker? Has anybody heard of another name?
Qualified.
Okay. No. There's a specific name I'm actually looking for. It's called a knowledge worker. Have you guys heard that before?
Yes.
So a lot of white collar workers are called knowledge workers. And they'll a lot of knowledge workers will actually move to other countries and work there. Jose, I think you would be a knowledge worker, and I guess all three of you would be, because now you're in management. Now, David, did you start out as a worker in McDonald's and move your way up?
Yes, yes. I began to almost 20 years ago, and as a crew member. And while I am studying the last year of my degree at university, and I decided to stay in McDonald's and grow up.
And move up. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. All right. So let's talk about these words. We've got a banker, a computer programmer, a sales representative, a university lecturer, a bricklayer, a lumberjack, a secretary, an accountant, a builder, a sailor, a tailor, an electrician. So let's start with Daniela. Can you choose one of these job titles and tell me whether it's blue collar or white collar?
Wait, an accountant. I think I can consider it as a blue-collar worker, but I'm not sure because it involves also mental work.
Yeah. Oh, blue collar actually is somebody that really does sweat.
Okay. So it's definitely a white-collar worker.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody who sits at a desk would always be considered a white collar worker. Okay. And David, can you choose one? A white collar or a blue collar?
Yes, I think a computer programmer is a white collar.
Yes. And Jose, could you write one? Either a white collar or blue collar. Jose? The only thing about this chat is you don't know whether somebody's writing or not. Okay, white collar. What is white collar? What job? Choose a job. A builder. Okay, actually a builder is a blue collar. Does everybody know what a builder is?
I think if I was looking for the translation to Spanish, and I think it's a guy who has enough money to construct to build or to construct a building, and it had not necessary to be white color. I think it's because it's blue color.
Actually, a builder is actually the person that I'm going to use Google Images. A builder is actually somebody who is actually doing the work. So they are, but I think in English what you're talking about actually is what we call a contractor.
Yes, yes.
So a contractor is the person who gets the job and they work with the clients and then they hire the builders. So and that's one of the differences. Okay. And Daniela, could you choose one?
A banker. It's a white-collar worker.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay.
A banker. Okay. And David, can you choose one?
I think a bricklayer. It's blue color.
Yes. And do you guys know what a bricklayer is?
Yes, I think it's the one who takes the bricks from one place to move it to another place.
Yeah, they're actually the ones that they lay the bricks. So they actually do this part. So they may be moving the bricks, but usually they actually they actually do lay the bricks. So
Okay.
I love Google Images for this reason. Makes it really nice. Okay. Hi, David. We've got two Davids now. We've got David from Spain and David from Colombia. So welcome. Hi. So, all right. So, David, can you choose a job title and tell me whether it's a blue collar or a white collar? David, Colombia, David.
Okay. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Can you choose one of these job titles and tell me whether it's blue collar or white collar?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Well, an electrician. An electrician is I think it's a blue color.
Yes, it is. Does everyone know what an electrician is?
Someone who fixes the electricity.
Yes, they fix it. I'll just do this real quick. Yeah, they fix the electricity. They are the ones that do all this work and work very hard and so forth. Okay, Daniela.
Okay. A sailor. I think it's a white collar.
Actually, a sailor would still be considered a blue collar.
A blue collar worker.
Yeah, because of well, of course, there are some sailors that would be white collars if they're in the military. There are some sailing jobs that would be white collar, but it is even though they might have a white collar, they're still considered blue collar workers.
Oh, I was thinking about the sailor. Okay, I understand. A mistake.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good, and I'm glad you made a mistake because you learned. You'll never forget this mistake, right? And remember, if you don't make a mistake in English class, no reason to be there, right? So
Yes.
it's important. I love it when people make mistakes because it gives me a chance to teach something. So, okay, Jose, can you choose a word and write it down? A secretary. Yeah, oh, he was ready for this one. So a secretary is a white collar. David, Jose is having problems with his microphone, so he's just writing down the answers. So he's practicing writing today. Listening and writing are his skills today. Daniela. Okay, Daniela, you already did it. David from Spain. Spanish David?
Yes.
Yeah, one moment. Do you guys pronounce your name David?
David.
David, okay. Okay.
In the previous class, the teacher calls me Yellow David.
Yellow David.
Yes. If you want, you can, and it's no problem.
Okay. Or Minion David. Okay.
Lego David.
Lego David. Okay. Okay.
I think a university lecturer is white collar.
Yes. A university lecturer is definitely white collar. Okay, and David from Colombia.
Okay, Holly. Well, okay. Well, uh, a sales representative is a white collar employee.
Yes, and this is what you were thinking a sailor was, right? Daniela?
Yes.
Sales representative. Okay, is a white collar. Yes, absolutely. Okay, even though a sales representative might be knocking on doors and might be sweating very hard, you know. Okay, so we've got two more. We've got a tailor and a lumberjack. Does everybody know what a lumberjack is?
I don't know.
Okay, this might be the new one for most people. Anybody have an idea before I type this in?
Yeah, it's kind of a person who fixes everything in your house. Oh, well, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Actually, well, you're thinking actually that's a good one because what you're thinking of David is a jack of all trades.
Oh, yeah, Jack is because it has the same name, Jack.
Yeah, jack of all trades. That's a jack of all trades is they know everything. They can do all kinds of stuff. So, a lumberjack though is somebody who cuts the wood in the forest, and so they have. I see. This is probably the best example of a modern day lumberjack right here. So, and then they have this stereotypical red and flannel shirt that they use. Canadians claim to be lumberjacks, I guess. So, so a lumberjack would be everyone.
Blue color.
Blue collar, okay. And then we've got a tailor. Does anybody know what a tailor would be?
Yes, I think it's one who makes clothes.
Clothing, yes. And would that be a white collar or a blue collar? Excuse me?
Blue collar.
Blue collar? Yep. Even though the reason the tailor is blue collar instead of white collar is he or she does not sit at a desk. They do sit at a sewing machine, but not at a desk. So, any questions about any of these? Okay, let's go on to male and female job titles. We've got a barman, and does anybody know what the female job title for this is? Any idea?
I think I bar woman. No, I think it's no bar woman. No.
It's actually a barmaid.
Oh.
But there is another one. Does anybody know the gender neutral job title for this? A bartender. A bartender. I think it's spelled with an ER. Bartender. Okay, what a waitress and then a waiter and then a
Wait.
I give you the answer. I do that sometimes to check to see if people are really listening. So, an air steward,
Hostess, maybe.
An air hostess. Okay, an air hostess. That's okay. And there's also, does anybody know what another word for this would be? A stewardess. So an air steward or a stewardess. It would be another word that people use. A policeman and a policewoman. Okay. And what is the gender neutral one for this one? Anybody know?
Police officer?
Yes, a police officer. An actor.
An actress.
An actress. Okay. Okay, so let's go to this talking point right here. Which jobs do you think are more suitable for men which are more suitable for women? Do you know any women who do so-called men's jobs? So, what do you think, Daniela, being the only woman?
Can you repeat, please, because
Yeah.
I missed the point.
Here's a question. Which jobs do you think are more suitable for men? Which are more suitable for women? Do you know any women who do so-called men's jobs? So are any of these jobs more suitable for men than women or women for men?
Okay, I think that the police women are less often than policemen. It's dangerous work. I think it's better if it's a man to do it.
Okay, so you think that police work really should be left to men most of the time?
It's very dangerous, and instead of the others, I think it's the same.
Okay,
I
but for police work should be left for men. Okay, David, Yellow David, or Lego David, or David from Spain.
Whatever. I don't agree with Daniela.
Okay.
I think a police could be a woman or a man. It's the same. I think another jobs like all the jobs that involve force. I think it's better for a man than for a woman. For example, a builder, a bricklayer, and works as this. I think a man could do it. A man could do it better than a woman. But I think nowadays almost every jobs are the same for a man and than for a woman.
Okay.
Almost. Because now we have a lot of machines that help us to make to do the job, to do the work, to work, and I think a man or a woman is the same.
Okay, so you believe that, for example, a police officer can be a man or a woman. However, you think the jobs that require, say, for example, upper body strength, like a bricklayer or a builder or a lumberjack, should be men, right?
Yes.
But for most jobs, a men or a woman can do that. Okay, thank you for your opinion. And David from Colombia, what do you think?
About just police officer?
Yeah, well, of these jobs that are on this list, which ones do you think should only be for men, and which should be only for women?
Okay.
And
yeah, go ahead.
And then the last question is, do you know any women who do so-called men's jobs?
Yeah, but I think it's maybe more easy for a man work as a lumberjack, because you have to put a lot of strength, and maybe it's not so easy for a woman to do that kind of activity. But the rest of the jobs, I think, are equal, because, for example, in the past, women doesn't work like in construction, but nowadays they are more common, and women are working as a construction, and they do pretty well. I think they are in the same level as a man for working almost in everything. I think.
Okay.
Like drivers and many things.
Yeah. My niece, who was at McDonald's, she has her long haul truck driving, and she actually doesn't. She's, I think, 23 now, 23 or 24, and she isn't driving now, but she's hoping to be able to. So right now she's working at a truck stop. So, and she's working in food service in the store and stuff like that, and they're talking about moving her into management and stuff. But she absolutely loves driving truck. So that's a guy's job, in so many respects. But okay, let's go on to the next part of this. I need a plumber. Complete the sentences below with the following jobs. Okay, so first of all, let's make sure everybody knows what everything is. Does everybody know what a chef is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Flight attendant?
Yes.
Manager?
Yes.
Nurse?
Yes.
Plumber? And keep in mind the pronunciation on this, you do not pronounce the B on this, so it's plumber. Okay,
Plumber.
Plumber. A porter. Do you guys know what a porter is?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I was just getting this up because I was thinking, I bet that's the one nobody knows.
Is the guy who opened the door?
So a porter is, well, this isn't showing the right thing. No, this is definitely not showing the right thing. That's showing a product. A porter is somebody who, see, let's try this. Okay, there. It's somebody who works at a hotel, and they are the ones that carry the bags for you. Like this. I guess this is an example. Somebody like this. But I guess there's a product called Porter as well. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, okay, we've got private detective, psychologist, surgeon, and vet. Does everybody know what a vet is?
No.
Okay. A vet is an animal doctor.
Veterinarian.
Yeah, so it's short. Let's see what this says. Shows. Yeah, it's short for veterinarian, which is, you'll get the same pictures, but just an animal doctor. So, okay, David from Colombia, could you read number 1 and put in the right word?
Oh yes, sure. Number 1. Janet has been extremely depressed lately. I think she needs to see a psychologist.
Yes, psychologist. Okay, and next, David, number 2.
My dog has been coughing a lot. I must take him to the vet.
Perfect. And Daniela, number 3.
Laura loves taking care of other people. I think she'll be a nurse when she grows up.
Okay, excellent. Okay, and then Jose, I'm going to read it, and you can write down the answer, okay? One of the pipes in my bathroom has burst, and there's water all over the place. I need to call a... Jose? Okay, maybe he's... Oh, he's got it. Nope. Not a private detective, because pipes in my bathroom is burst. Actually, you need to call a plumber. So, just real quick to show Jose, a plumber is somebody who takes care of the pipes. They fix the pipes in the bathroom. And they charge you way too much money for what you probably could have done yourself. Do you all agree? Or I don't know, in your countries, do they charge way too much money?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for blue collar, they get a very good income. So, okay, Danielle, could you read number 5?
It's my turn? Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Alan was very suspicious of his wife, so he hired a private detective to
Yes.
find out if she had been another man.
I wonder if Jose actually had read this one and that's why he wrote that. Okay, private detective. Number 6, David. Yellow David.
Okay. The surgeon told me that I needed at least 1 month to recover from the knee operation.
Okay, all right. And not Jose, David. Colombia, David.
Okay. Leave your bags here. The porter will take them to your room.
Yes. Okay. Allison loves traveling, so she decided to become a what, everybody?
Flight attendant.
Flight attendant, okay. Another person that she could have become was an English teacher.
A pilot.
So if as you know, a lot of the English teachers you've met around the world, they all love to travel. So, number 9, David, could you read this? Lego David.
Can I speak to the manager, please? I would like to complain about the customer service here.
Okay, excellent. Okay, and Danielle, number 10.
The food at this restaurant is excellent. Compliments to the chef.
Okay. Question for you. This is just a cultural difference about number 9. Can I speak to the manager, please? I would like to complain about the customer service here. Something about having lived in Scandinavia where people do not complain. They just leave someplace and then never go back. In your they say it what they're saying is we speak with our feet. That's a saying that they have. So they just don't complain when they're at a restaurant or something like that. In your countries, if you are getting bad customer service, do you complain?
Yes, in Spain, you will complain.
Okay.
Well, in Italy we complain and also we go out, but complain.
Okay. So in Italy you complain, but you also go out and complain because that's called word of mouth. Yeah, so you complain there, and then you complain louder outside.
Yes. We talk louder and then go out like a drama.
Yeah. So so the Italians are drama queens. Is that why the service is so good in Italy? So.
Not always. You know how Italians are considered all over the world. It's not as many says, but we have something characteristic, and this is one. We complain very louder.
Okay, yeah. I guess I didn't notice when I was in Italy, but I didn't understand the language either, so that makes a difference. So, how about in Colombia, David?
Oh yeah, we complain a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
We complain and after that we never come back.
Oh, then okay, so you complain and then you don't go back. Okay, Jose, do you agree with him? Yeah, in the States we complain, and if we get a resolution, then we will go back. But if they don't give you a resolution, then we tell everybody else not to go. So, and do you guys know about the Twitter #fail thing?
Yes.
Okay, I was just telling somebody about this actually earlier today in Spain. He said he was telling me about a company where he'd written 5 emails and hadn't gotten any response to it. And I said join Twitter and write about the company and then put #fail. So you say such and such company has very bad customer service. I will never go back. And then you put #fail. And if the company is watching social media, they will actually contact you. They'll send you a message on Twitter and ask if they can help and if there's anything they can do to keep your business. So, does anybody else do that besides me?
No.
I know about that practice. We in Italy we are talking about customer service, attention to the customers, but they don't really do this in the way you described before.
Okay. Yeah, it might be just an American thing. I don't know. David, were you going to say something?
No,
Okay, yellow David.
Okay. I think because I have a lot of customers who complains every day. I used to say to my workers that I prefer a customer that complains than a customer that doesn't complain, because when a client could have a problem, he has a problem and then he complains, and when he asks for the manager and starts to talk with him, the problem now is not the original problem. The problem now is how the manager takes the complaint, and if he can satisfy the customer. I think if you are able to give an answer to the customer, he will come back.
Yep, that's my philosophy as well.
If the customer doesn't complain, I think never come back.
Yeah, and that's a problem they have in Scandinavia. They just don't ever come back. So it doesn't give the company a chance to improve, to make it right. So McDonald's always gives the free you guys have free coupons?
I don't understand.
Do you guys have in your country? Do you guys give free coupons out? So
yes.
Yeah.
But there's many customers that don't want these coupons.
Oh, really?
Because yes, they only want an answer to the complaint, and I like to hear that, because some customers try to trick you and receive these coupons with complaints that are not true.
I'm always surprised when they give it to us. Like last week, my mom, sister, and I went to McDonald's through the drive-through at McDonald's, and my mom ordered coffee, and they asked us to pull forward and to park. And then, like 5-10 minutes later, they came out with a fresh coffee and 2 free coupons for my mom. So she was very happy, and we were totally fine because we ate while we were waiting for her coffee. So it was great. So
yes, it's usually we do things similar to this. If for example, if you are waiting for a Big Mac with your husband or your wife or whatever you are with, and I offered you a dessert. I used to say, I'm sorry, I know that it lasts many time for a Big Mac, so much time for a Big Mac, and I could offer you a dessert. And well, yes.
Okay. Now, and be careful, because when you said it at first, I thought you said desert. So be careful. You need to say dessert.
Dessert.
Dessert. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So let's look at we've got some British English job titles on the left and the U.S. titles on the right. Can you guys combine them? So what would a shop assistant be? Anybody know?
Sales clerk?
Exactly. A sales clerk. Okay, what would a postman be?
Mailman.
Mailman, yes. Even though we do use postman, I don't know if you guys have heard of a show on for a British TV that's come to the cable, Postman Pat. And so we do use it because of the media. So what is a dustman?
A garbage man?
A garbage man, yes. A headmaster.
A principal?
Yes. However, this material has made a mistake. It is actually a principal. It's a pull. This has a completely different meaning. A principal with LE means a value. It's a completely different meaning. So they made a mistake, whoever wrote this. So, a childminder. What would a childminder be?
Babysitter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. A childminder is a babysitter, yes. Okay, and a chemist.
A pharmacist, or
A
I don't know how
pharmacist.
to pronounce. Pharmacist.
Yeah, a pharmacist.
Pharmacist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, a barman. Would be a bartender, which is what we went over earlier. This is a gender neutral word. So, okay. In your opinions, which of the jobs below is the most dangerous, the most interesting, the most boring, the best paid, the worst paid, so on? So, in your opinion, David from Columbia, why don't you start? Choose, in your opinion, the most dangerous job on this list.
Okay, well, for me, I think the most dangerous would be fireman, because firemen are people that has a lot of risk when there is a fire in a building, because the building can, well, be very dangerous inside, and also the fire is very dangerous. They
Okay.
have a lot of insurance, life insurance or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a chance that they could lose their job for sure. So, I mean, lose their life, not their job, lose their life.
Yeah.
So, okay, Danielle, in your opinion, what is the most interesting job on this list?
Interesting. About the last list or all the jobs in this lesson?
Well, let's open it up. Let's do all the jobs in this lesson. Yeah, let's make it more interesting.
In my opinion, I think a manager, because you have to deal with different skills, with people, going around, learn something new, and I'm curious about that kind of job.
Okay. And David, would you agree with her that being a manager is very interesting?
Yes, but I am a manager, and I think it could be more interesting being a pilot, for example.
Okay, yeah, because you're a manager, so you're finding a pilot would be more interesting. So, okay, and David, Columbia, David, what would you find more interesting Would it be a manager, a pilot, or something else?
Oh, definitely it would be more interesting be a fireman because, well, actually, a teacher from the university was a fireman,
Uh-huh.
and he says to the class that he's like he feels that he overcome his fears, his scares or his fears,
Uh-huh.
because he already has experience with fires. So, and well, he's like a very secure person, and it's a job that you can experience a lot of adrenaline.
Mhm. Okay. So you've met a fireman, and you would say that his job would be most interesting because of the fact that he's overcoming his fears and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like adventure, not like in an
Okay.
office or something like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know, and I would find personally a chambermaid would have a very interesting job. Do you guys know what a chambermaid is?
No.
Okay. A chambermaid. I know the reason I think, okay, say what if they're a chambermaid and they're following after somebody rich and famous? Um, oh, this is not doesn't work either. Okay. A chambermaid is also a hotel maid. Oh, I'm thinking a hotel maid or chambermaid might have a very interesting job just because of the people they meet and the things they see. And also, in my opinion, also probably the most boring job as well. But they can, depending on their attitude, they can make it actually quite interesting. So, um, okay, how about the most boring on this in this lesson? Um, Daniela, what would you say is the most boring?
Okay, I must say the accountant because
That's what you're studying to be.
no, it's different the role, the things that we say.
Okay.
I'm CPA.
Uh-huh.
I study more and I see something different. I know how to run a business,
Oh,
how
okay.
to calculate tax and everything. But an accountant, as I understand, is the one who put in the computer all the bills.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All, and it's a job that you do every day. It's the same.
Yeah, it's also called a bookkeeper.
Okay, bookkeeper.
Yeah, I would agree with you. It is very boring. So, um, David, Lego David, what would you find is a most boring job on of this
I
during this lesson?
I agree too with Daniela. An accountant could be very very boring, and a chambermaid I think also could be the most boring.
Yeah, it very boring. But I'm thinking there's interest there too, but it's very boring. Um,
Yes.
David, from Colombia, what would you find the most boring?
The most boring one, I think, a company director for me is the most boring because you have a lot of pressure. You are under a lot of stress, and
Uh-huh.
I have to deal with employees. I have to deal with work with a lot of papers and a lot of working. I think it's the most boring thing. And because
Huh.
you have to be in the office the most of the time, you came very early and you leave very late.
Mm-hmm. So you would say a company director for that reason. Huh, that's interesting because I would find a company director actually very interesting and very exciting. So, um, anyway, I have a list of questions here, um, all kinds of different questions about jobs. Okay, yeah. So what I would like you guys to do, we'll start with the Lego David. Can you choose a question and ask somebody else? and then we'll just go from person to person.
Okay. Whatever I want.
Yeah, any of these
I
questions. Or any
okay.
other, if you can think of another question, just say it has to be about a job.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
That's a good question. Who are you asking? David or Daniela?
Daniela.
Okay.
Can you repeat it because I don't understand
This
Yes.
one right here.
question.
Can you talk about what a typical day at your current job is like?
Oh, okay. Well, I go very early to the office. I have to control everything if the accountants have done what I told them. I have to control, check all how can I say, all the things we calculate. I have to answer to the clients and to take care about what they ask me to do, and I have to do all in time because that in my job time is very important. I have to manage everything and to don't forget nothing, because if I forget something, maybe one of my client will lost money. If I forget about something to pay a tax, it's my fault. And so I have no a minute to rest from 8 to 8.
Wow. Okay, so you have to take care of their requests, and one of your clients will lose money
They,
instead of lost money.
yes, they ask about different things. It's always a battle because everyone wants to be the first to be served. You have to be also gentle, even when you are very tired, because you are in a front office, and I do very different things. So it's because I said before that accountant is something is a stressful job, but it's always the same. I do the things of an accountant plus manager work.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Daniela. Can you ask either David or David a question?
Okay. Um, uh, the first, David, do you ever work overtime? And if you do you get paid more for overtime work?
Yeah, so that would be yellow, David.
Okay. Yes, I work overtime. I think every day, and and I don't receive more money for this overtime work because I in my job, my work, I have my salary every month, and I have an amount of money that I can get if I achieve some goals that I have.
This is
Uh,
because,
I don't know what how to say in English. In Spanish is a variable salary or something similar. You have your salary. For example, you can earn 20,000 euros per year, and if you achieve all your goals, you can earn 10,000 euros more.
Yeah, it's salary plus commission
Okay.
is what would it be, or salary plus bonuses. So, yeah. All right. Thank you, David. Okay, David, could you ask David a question?
Yes. Do you have to attend a lot of meetings for your job?
No, I am a student. I am a current student, so
Okay. So we're having trouble hearing you, David. Did you say no? I am a current student. So
yeah,
you have.
I'm currently a student, so
Okay. Yeah, he's currently a student. So do you have to attend a lot of classes for right now?
yeah, more or less, not too much because I'm like in the end.
Uh,
Just 5 classes, not too much. Really.
yeah. Okay. All right. And let's see. And David, could you ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Okay, what was your first job? With Daniel.
Daniela, what was your first job?
Um, I was a secretary for 6 months.
6 months.
Yes, it was a temporary job when I was a student at the university, and it was kind of funny because I I was there and I answered to the telephone calls, talk to people, and but I was a student. I didn't take that job so seriously.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But it was your first job, so. All right. Well, y'all, I hope you guys learned some new words and got a chance to practice. And I wrote a little bit of feedback on the Verbling chat. Not a lot today, but I hope you have a great day. For those of you in Europe, sleep well. So those of you in South America, have a wonderful evening. And Jose, I hope next time your microphone works so that you can participate a little bit more. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you.